What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and today I got another video for you. We got a ninja spotlight. Today, it's going to be on Shark Kisame. So, anybody who's been paying attention to some of my recent videos, you'll know that I recently got the 4th Raikage through the ingot spending. I finished off his fragments through the ingot spending event this week, and I decided that the best place to use them was on the Konoha Great Trees. I don't recommend anybody do that. I was hoping to get some Shisui fragments. I got a couple, nowhere near the amount that for the amount of ingots that I spent, nowhere near the amount that I would have liked to. So, for future reference, Konoha Great Tree, if you're going for anything that's actually in the tree, really, really horrible drop rates. But I had to spend the points that I got from it on something, so I decided to get Shark Kisame. So there he is. We got Shark Kisame now. So let's go over the profile for Shark Kisame and exactly what he's good at and what we can do with him. And I actually have a new favorite team that I'm going to show you guys here. So let's start with his stats here. So life growth I have him right now currently at red +3. I am a little bit behind on the awakening materials. We're going to get him up to red +5 here soon. But life growth, pretty much at 2,500 at red +3. So at red +4, he'll be over 2,500. That is fantastic. To have that kind of life growth, Roshi, who is not the best tank, but definitely one of the tankier characters in the game, is only at 2,000. So the main character is very high as well, but so really, really strong life growth there. Also, really strong attack growth, 1,600 for attack. That's Roshi's ninjutsu growth right there. And Roshi is a very ninjutsu-based character. Obviously, he scales, but you can see just how large of an attack growth that is. Defense and resistance at 1,100. Again, they're good values, not the best values for tanks, but you'll see kind of how he makes up for that. Pretty much, it will be better than Roshi's once he gets up to red +5 like Roshi. So he has much higher life, and he will have higher defense and resistance. And his ninjutsu is pretty low there. So let's take a look at his kit. What does he do? So first off, he has the mystery that he can use in the very first round. Launches the Water Prison Shark Dance Jutsu Barrier. Damn, that's a long sentence. Summons 3 sharks, which are capable of attacking the opponent. The barrier also has an interruption effect. All mystery skills launched by both parties will be interrupted while its barriers in effect last for 1 round. Basically, what this does, if there's a barrier on the field, this will overwrite that barrier. So anybody that uses Shisui, Mei, Darui, any of those characters, their barrier is now gone. That's a really strong effect to have right off the bat, since a lot of people use barrier ninjas. So even if you don't have the initiative over your opponent, Shark Kisame will allow you to overwrite their barrier right up immediately in the beginning of the fight. Okay, so that's a really good effect right there. Also, it has an interruption effect. So if they queue up any of their mysteries, once this barrier comes up, their mystery will be interrupted. It will be lost. They can no longer use it, and it will go on cooldown. On top of that, they can't queue up any effects. So it's not like it's an instant interruption. It's an instant interruption and interruption for the whole rest of the turn. Nobody on either side can use mystery skills while this barrier is up. Okay. The summoning sharks, I'll show you why that's important and his later with his passives down there. They don't really do that much damage. They're more for life recovery and chakra, which you'll see here. So his standard attack attacks the opponent's unit in the front row, has a high chance of causing 10 combo and repulse. So it is a high chance of being a combo starter, not only with a 10 combo, but also with repulse, which is actually a really strong standard attack to have here. I'll show you why or how I use that with the team that I have. His chase then, triggered with a 20-hit combo, causes damage to 4 units of the opponent's lineup and absorbs up to 20 chakra points. Now, this is not 100% clear exactly how this works. What this means is it will absorb up to 20 chakra points from up to 4 units. Okay, so if the enemy team has 4 units alive, this mystery will hit all 4 of them and take up to 20 chakra points from each one of those ninja. So if your opponent has 4 units alive and they have 80 chakra, you will steal all 80 of those chakra points, okay? That is extremely, extremely strong of a chase right there. Because if a lot of teams, sometimes they'll hold back on their mysteries to see how the opponent is going to use their mysteries, depending on how initiative works. So if Shark Kisame starts a combo right as the first attack there, and the enemy hasn't queued up their mystery yet, you will actually steal all of their chakra, okay? Really, really strong chase right there. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but as far as support chase goes, an amazing support chase. Then his first passive here, he is immune to low float, high float, repulse, and knockdown. So he has super armor, okay, so he cannot be comboed, which really, really plays into his tankiness. He has huge life growth, good defense and resistance, but most importantly, he cannot be comboed, meaning he survives a very long time. Your unit will increase its attack and ninjutsu by 1% for each extra chakra point over each 1 chakra point. Okay, so basically what that means is for each chakra point that you have, you're going to increase the attack and ninjutsu of this character by that amount. So if you have 100 chakra points, Shark Kisame will have a 100% increase to his attack and ninjutsu. So it'll be doubled, okay? Again, that's why stealing chakra is so strong with this guy. His final passive here recovers 20 chakra points and 10% of Shark Kisame's life. Every time a unit is defeated, can be triggered up to 3 times each round. This is where those sharks from your mystery come into play. So whenever those sharks are summoned, like I said, they really don't do that much damage. They're really not all that tanky. They will absorb some standard attacks, which is helpful. But when they die, you're going to get 20 chakra points for each one of them when they die. Meaning in the first round, you can get up to... you can get up to 80 chakra in the first round. And so technically, you can get 100. No, you can't. Never mind. I'm sorry. You could if the enemy has clones and stuff, but just from your sharks and Shark Kisame's chase, you could get 80 chakra points. So you use 20 for your barrier, then you can steal 20 from the enemy, and then you can get 60 from all 3 of those sharks dying. So you could get up to 80 in the first round there. But basically, so he gets 20 chakra points whenever a unit dies, and then he recovers 10% of his life. So when you summon up those sharks, if they eat a bunch of standard attacks, not only will they take damage away from Shark Kisame with the standard attacks, but he'll also recover life when they die, further helping his tankiness. He's crazy, crazy tanky. Really, really strong tank character, okay? So there we go. That is what we do for Shark Kisame. As far as mood goes, I went with plus life and minus ninjutsu because he has such a high life growth. You pretty much don't want anything other than plus life on him for his mood, just to give him as much life as possible. And his ninjutsu, you don't really use him for damage. And he's more of his standard attack is a taijutsu ninjutsu mix, so it's mostly going to be taijutsu, so the ninjutsu doesn't really hurt him that much. So there we go. There is Shark Kisame. All right, now let's take a look. We'll go into the arena here, and this is the team that there's actually a couple teams you can run with him. This is the team that I enjoy the most. Okay, we got Shark Kisame up here in the front. We've got Roshi as our position 2 ninja by himself over here. We've got Hanzo. I was kind of debating back and forth between these 2 spots with Hanzo, but I decided to put him here because of Kushimaru. A lot of people put Kushimaru in that top row, so I only want Kushimaru to hit one character. I don't want him hitting that whole line of people there. So that's why I put Hanzo there. I have him third just because of the chases, the way that the chases work. So, and then we have the water main because of her healing and her poison taijutsu. So we are using her pretty much exclusively as a healer here. We've got regenerative healing jutsu, standard attack healing. The water style trumpet is to help us get the 30 chase for Roshi. We've got healing tips for stronger heals, poison taijutsu for the debuffs, and then Gamakin is going to be either Gamakin or the Gamachu. Either or does not matter for this lineup because we only got 1 repulse in the chase anyway. The way that this team generally works out Kisame starts the combo with his standard attack. Okay, so he causes 10 combo and repulse. Then we have Gamaken coming in, repulse to knockdown. We've got knockdown to knockdown and immobile, which is where our immobile comes in our chase. Then we have the 10 combo, so we have a layer of poisoning being added through Hanzo. We got a layer of poisoning on one character, a layer of poisoning on 3 characters. We have the ninjutsu, or the water trumpet chase from the water main, which helps us hit the 20 combo. It gets like 28, I think, after all that. And then Kisame hits with his 20 combo, which steals their chakra and gets us to 30. And then Roshi applies his chase, which we know how hard that hits. And then on top of that, it puts a layer of ignition on top of everybody. So lots of we got layers of poisoning. We have lots of chasing going on, chakra stealing. We have layer of ignition. So there's lots of debuffs being applied constantly. And then also Hanzo's knockdown to knockdown chase also goes with Roshi's chase in the second round when we use Roshi. The other thing you have to do is you kind of have to hold off on Roshi's chase in the second round because of the fact that he's the position 2 character, so you have to wait to make sure the enemy doesn't cancel his mystery, because his mystery is really easy to cancel since he heals himself before he uses it, so people see when he's going to use it. But because he's immune to debuffs, you don't have to worry about anybody immobilizing him. You just have to wait until they've used theirs. And both of these guys are really tanky right off the bat. Generally, what people are going to do is they're going to target either Hanzo or the water main with their mysteries to immobilize them. But another reason why I really love Hanzo is because Hanzo will remove a level or a layer of debuffs, which generally will then remove the immobile from the water main, and then you can use the water main's heal after that. So you just wait off on the heal. These two work really well together because of she has the heals and then he has the debuff removal, which because the Shark Kisame is already super tanky and really difficult to kill. Then you remove debuffs and you heal him and Roshi together. You got two really good. So you got super tank up here. You've got support character with debuffs. You've got a healer. You've got your damage dealer. You've got one of everything with this lineup. Really good. Couple quick things that we can do differently. There really is not a good substitute for Roshi. Okay, the reason that we have Roshi is for the hard-hitting chase, but then also the ignition. He's the only way that we have to apply team-wide ignition here. Obviously, you can use Ito Datara if you want to, but if you don't have Roshi, you probably don't have Ito Datara. If you do have Ito Datara, by all means, throw him in there, but put him behind Shark Kisame. You want to keep him alive. Don't leave him out there by himself. I got Roshi out there by himself because of how tanky he is, so that's why we have that. As far as Hanzo goes, a couple different options we have here. If you want a super like tanky team, okay, you can go with Kurenai. So you put in Kurenai, except you'd want to put her back in this position right here. So you replace Hanzo with Kurenai, put her back there. Kurenai is going to add more, so the debuff, the first debuff will be reflected, which is strong. She has the chaos in her chase, which you don't have to change anything about your chases. It all stays exactly the same, which is really nice. And then she has the removal, she has the heal, the shield, and the removal of debuffs in her mystery. So you can use her, Kurenai, and the water main to keep these two characters alive. However, like I said, you don't get off Roshi's chase with Kurenai. There's not enough combo in here to get off Roshi's chase, which does hurt the team for sure. We could go with Yagura. Again, you don't have to change anything about the chases. His chase is fine. You put in Yagura, you can put him there, or you can put him there. It doesn't matter. Yagura will get off the. He will be able to get off the Roshi's chase. He also has his chase will apply a layer of poisoning also because it does taijutsu damage. No, not that one. Forget that I said that. That's wrong. You lose a layer of poisoning because of that. He doesn't add a ton to the team support-wise, other than getting to the 30-hit combo and his acupuncture, which acupuncture is not anywhere near as good as immobilize in our chase. But you can use Yagura if you need to. Last but not least, somebody that I was screwing around with that I had actually a lot of fun using was Zabuza. You put it in Zabuza right there for Hanzo, and what you then change is, instead of Gamakin, you would use Demon Fox, and then I was using Water Style Enhancement. So, problem with that team is you don't have an immobilize in your chase, so you have no way of canceling mysteries, which does kind of suck. However, Zabuza adds a lot of damage to the team. He has the 20-hit combo, which is going to get you up to 30 for Roshi. And he has his mystery, which works out really, really well with this team. So the additional water style enhancement gives him a lot of damage. He can attack 3 times every turn when he gets off his mystery, which his mystery, the blinding is really helpful. Between Shark Kisame's mystery and then Zabuza's mystery, you have a lot of like this going back and forth of team-wide debuffs and disrupting the enemy team, which is really nice. But he actually does a lot of damage with his standard attack, so hitting 3 times is really helpful as well. So Zabuza is more of a damage-focused team. I don't like it anywhere near as much as Hanzo, because Hanzo, like I said, the debuff clearing is extremely helpful, because if the enemy team, if you have Zabuza in here and the enemy team immobilizes your water main two turns in a row, she's basically dead, and you have no healing on your team whatsoever. With Hanzo, he can remove the immobile on her, and she can heal. She can get off her mystery. He has the immobile in his chase. He applies the layer poisoning. Like, Hanzo is just a direct upgrade. But if you're looking for just fun, Zabuza is a lot of fun. Okay, so here we go. So let's. I'm actually going to take this into ranked battle because of how much I like this team. So let's take a look. Let's see how this goes. All right, here we go. So we're going to set off Shark Kisame's mystery right here in the first turn. Now, he actually has the initiative boost on top of us. So you can see that is our pretty awesome combo right there. We just stole their chakra. We got off the full 30-hit chase. We got a lot of debuffs on them already. So now what we can do, we just have to kind of wait. Unfortunately, Jinpachi removes debuffs. So that's a little bit of a pain. So here with this second turn here, we want to wait. We want to wait to see what they're going to do. Now, most likely, Roshi is going to use his mystery first. Yes. So after Roshi uses his mystery, regardless of who he attacks, will be good. So he ends up hitting Hanzo. Okay, that's fine. So then another thing, now he's actually blinded, which means I'm going to have to use the water main's mystery, because with him being, there we go. So with him being blinded, he would not have gotten off his debuff clearing, which would have hurt us a lot. And here is our chase. Again, like I said, it's really helpful having Shark Kisame with that high chance of causing the repulse and starting the combo. So then we're going to add another layer of poisoning here with Hanzo's mystery. And then our water main is going to heal. Man, Kisame is actually taking a lot of damage there. Now, the good news is, as long as Kisame survives, I don't know. This is going to be close. Okay, so we started another chase. So Roshi will be dead. And Jinpachi's dead as well. All he's got left is Janine. So unfortunately, that's actually the first time I think Kisame's ever been the first person to die on my team. But there we go. We won. So that was actually a tough team right there that we went up against. Let's do a training battle here and see who we go up against now. But you can kind of see how it all revolves around So he has the initiative boost on me as well, man. The team kind of revolves around Shark Kisame starting the combo, but because he has a high chance of causing the combo, you end up doing it pretty often. Now this team I can see being a little bit of an issue because of their dodges. So we'll see how that goes. But the meta right now is really focused around characters that dodge. And like having as many characters that dodge as possible. Okay, so I'm going to queue up Roshi on Ningendo here. Unfortunately, we can't... no, so we can't... Okay, so yeah. Because Hanzo was immobilized, we weren't able to cancel Ningendo's mystery. But that's okay. We're still good. Okay, so we're gonna he's gonna dodge that. So we'll queue up this poisoning here, and then once he clears the debuff, we'll use the heal. There we go. So we'll see. This is gonna be a tough fight. Now, it really would have helped if we had the initiative over him there. I think he's going to kill her there. Yeah, he did. If we had the initiative over them, I would have canceled Jonin Minato's standard attack there. Or his mystery, but we don't, so that's okay. I don't know how he has higher initiative than me when I got more arena power, but that's okay. So we're probably going to lose this fight here. Maybe. I don't know. Looks like his Jonin Minato might die here. Maybe? Oh, I shouldn't have queued that up already. That's okay. That's why it's training arena. We don't really care that much. Ooh. Close, close. If I wouldn't have queued his mystery... no, because he would have dodged it anyway. That's okay. But you can see just how tanky Shark Kisame is, because every time somebody dies, I mean, he just basically heals right back up. So, for the most part, he is the hardest person to kill. Well, not for the most part. I mean, he is. Like, he's generally the last person that will die on this team. Because most of the time what people do is they focus on these two characters. Like, they should. They should focus on... So I'm just going to retreat here so we don't waste any more time. They should focus on Hanzo and the water main for this team. The goal, though, is to have Shark Kisame and Roshi do enough damage that we can kill them off before they kill off the healers. But that's kind of basically how that works. So there we go. Let's register for Sage World Battlefield here real quick. Automatically join. All right. So this is going to be, in a couple minutes here, it's going to be the first time that I really try out this team in Sage World Battlefield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video of that, and that'll probably be tomorrow's video, depending on when I release this video. I don't even know when this video is coming out. But I'm going to release the Sage World Battlefield video after this video, just so I can, one, show off Shark Kisame, the team with him, and then I want to show off Sage World Battlefield using this team, see how it works. So there we go. That's Shark Kisame. There's my ninja profile on them. This ran on a lot longer than I expected it to, but there's a lot to talk about with him because he can do so many awesome things. So hope you guys, look at all this red in here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know Shark Kisame is one of the rarer characters. He's a lot harder to get than most characters. So it's kind of cool to have him, and it's really fun to use him and seeing how strong he can be. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching the whole way through the video. I really do appreciate it. I cannot thank you guys enough. You helped me out so much with the whole YouTube algorithm thing. So please, please, please keep staying awesome and being the best fan base and subscriber base on YouTube. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.